Alright, now here I'll connect the point to the geometry up here and select from the other input and connect to the element.gate location over here. This is referring to, oh, it's not this one, it's the one from the imported file. Press run, and alright, this is the list that we get. And after that, I'll go up here and uncheck the preview of this one so we can see what's going on inside here. Alright, press run, and after that I'll use the right click to find the first item package. Remove this one and add the first index of package instead. Connect the list to the bool, then add another bool here. Let's hit run for now and then continue after that. Alright, the bool is set on false, so we'll connect it to the item and hit run. Change it to true and run. And alright, it's 35 here, so I'll put the list settings on the level 2, press run, and let's see what we can get. This time let's change the bool to false and hit run. Change it to true, and let's take a look at the list that we get from the geometry does intersect, and let's see where 35 is. It's right here set on true. Alright, after that I'll use the flatten tool and connect the list to the first index of package and hit run. Alright, after that we can use right click to find the get item at index package. Now we only have one item here, but we may have multiple ones in other cases. So we can connect the flatten to the index here and the list to the flatten up here. Press run. Alright, and let's see what results we get and where they are. Use right click and open up a set parameter by name package. And well, we need the input for the elements, which we can get from over here. Connect those two, and then we need the value, which we can get from the item. And let's add a string as well, where we can type in comment inside of it. We can connect the string to the parameter name and then hit run. Alright, this is what we get. And so after that, I'll use the element.id to see where this is located. Connect it here and hit run. Alright, and this is the result that we get in the list. So let's see if we can copy it. We don't have that option here. So let's see where it is. We'll go over to the Manage tab in the Revit and open up the Select Elements by ID option. The ID is 41, 25, 24. Okay, and let's see where it went. Under the identity data, it says the comment is 4 and 9. And we can find it through the 3D view as well. Let's rotate this, and it's actually located inside of the wall itself. So I'll select the Isolate Element option, and we can see it's right here. Now the join part is shown here and we need to fix that. Let me just select the previous item and we can see it here. So the join link between this and the wall is done in reverse. So I'll go up here and use the switch join order option. And then we can fix them such as here so that we get the full view now. And alright. Now let's go back to the dynamo and maximize this, and let's go to the next part. Now this is probably the only element that was inside of the wall, and let's see what we have if we continue. Let's see what else we can do. Let's go for the color of this one. We'll go over to the library and look for list.count. Add the package here. And for the input of this, we can get the geometry from the SAT format up here, connect it to the list and hit run. Alright, 108 in total. I'll make a code block and write in from 0 to 1 and up to hashtag in and connect it to the count and hit run. Now what this does, it counts up to the 108 and then I'll copy the color range, bring it down here, disconnect it and connect a value to the code block here instead. Run. And all right, the next package is the get item at index, and the index that we need we can get from, let's see, the flatten over here. Select this and connect it to the index. The list comes from the color and then we can hit run. All right, and then we have the geometry by color package up here where we can copy it, paste it, let's see, down here and disconnect these two. Now what we get for the input of the color comes from the index here, and our geometry is the curve over here. Let's see where that was. Well, not here. It's this one right here, curve.point add parameter. The points that we had defined. Run, and then I'll uncheck the preview of this in order to see the color. All right, and because we only have one item here, it may seem hard to find it, but I think I spotted a yellow dot somewhere around here. And that's because we only have one of the elements set on true. So I'll save the file up to this point and then close it. Let's go back to the create zone file, and then I'll go up here to the top level plan. Now I'll reset the plan here, and well, let's see what else we can do. Now I'll put it on wireframe settings. There we go. Then let me just move this line a bit, bring this down here, and move this one as well. Grab this line and bring it about to the midpoint. Let's erase this one, and all right. And let's go back to the Dynamo and go to the beginning of the script. Isolate element, then I'll select this, then we can press the reset option from down here. Now I can go into the plan itself and select these lines and isolate these. Press the select model elements from the Dynamo and select these elements here, and let's go over to the 3D. Then I'll go over here and open up the visibility graphics menu, and then from the model categories I'll open up the structural framing section, and then I'll activate the joist here, and then let's see what else we have. The generic models is already activated, so press OK. Now we'll just have to wait for the joists to load up here. And alright, I'll press save and go over here and press the browse option and select the create zone with line sat formats file. Run, and well, alright. Now let's go back over here to the top level, and then I can press the reset option from down here, and well, let's see, select these lines in the plan and let's just move them outwards and bring this over here, and all right, then I'll press run in the Dynamo once again. All right, and well, all right, I'll close it, press yes, and this time open up the assign parameter to zone file. Then press the browse option to open up the sat file here. Run, and well, let's see where it's at. Let's see if we even have any more left or not. So let me just maximize the Dynamo, then change the view and bring the plan over here, Well, all right. So this is the list that we get from the first index up. Change the level to 1 and press run. And if it says -1 here, it means it's not available. So let's see what else we have in the list. All right, change it to level 3 and press run. Let's keep it on 2. I think level 2 is fine. And all right, let's see where I'll select the geometry and put a lacing on longest and hit run. All right, now let's change it to lacing cross product, which gives us whatever items that cross each other. And we could have even gotten the answer if we'd done this with the previous one as well. But let's see if we can get a good color range here, which assesses all of the features and elements, because the last one only counted the elements that were present around the area of the junction, and it didn't account for the rest of the situations. All right, and now we can see it shows all of these points using colors. Now let me just get rid of the lines if we can find the package. It's not here and not this one. It's the element.getLocation. Hide this. Then let's go over here and select the filter by ball mask and hide this one as well. And there it is. It shows us all of the items plus the comments. There's also another method of doing these, because these are all techniques that you should try out and see which one works best. Now it's given a specific code for each comment here. And if we select any of these beams, we can see which zone they're located at. So this one, for example, here is located in zone 4 and 4, and this one's 4 and 2. Let's see the next one, it's 3 and 7, and I think we had a couple more inside of this, and this one's also 4 2. Now you can use these later on in the Navisworks, because if you remember, we had created a item here in the Revit file called simulation part, and I can even show it here to you. It's right here. We can specify a name to it here, and then we can give it an ID in the MS project so that we can refer the time to the object after we had done the linking process. You can do the same thing using Dynamo with your zones and do the simulation based on zone by zone in the